I'm gonna be completely honest. I normally would not smoke on screen, but since smoking is legal now in Ohio, it's nothing else to really. It's not nothing else really to hide. I'm in the comfort of my own zone. Kids, don't do drugs. That's what I have to say. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Like my parents used to tell me.
He said don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
That's
it's not
hilarious.
good for you. I'm not sure if this is a drug, if I would consider this a drug, but yeah, don't do crazy drugs. Don't do hardcore drugs.
This is what you came for. You clicked on the main show. You keep coming back, well I'm showing you that this is what I'm made for. Nothing ain't the same, no. This is what you came for. You keep coming back, well I tell you this is my turn. Welcome to the tavern.
Alright.
What's good, everybody?
Welcome back to another episode of Trenton's Tavern, family. How are you guys? We're great. We're good today. I just woke up from a nap if my voice sounds crunchy a little bit. I was getting some good sleep too. And Ray got some new shades. Look at the shades. Mr. Cool over this motherfucker.
Yes. It's rough out here in these streets. To tell you that right now.
What you been up to? Well, first of all, I go by the name of Mr. Parks. This is my guy, Red. As a team, we complete Trenton's Tavern. Welcome for all of the newcomers. Thank you for visiting, coming back to watch another show with us. If you haven't watched the last episode, you're gonna have to go watch the last episode before this one, because this is some of the stuff we already talked about in the last episode. So don't watch this one before you watch that one. Go watch that one first, and then all of the ones before that, and then subscribe and tell people to go do the same thing. Basically, that's what we want y'all to do. But yeah, welcome back, man.
That's funny.
But yeah, anyways, welcome back to the show. Ain't much really been going on with me. I've been fighting a cold for like 2 weeks. Whatever this new respiratory infection going around or whatever's going around, I caught it, and it's just like, it starts off as a cold, but then it's just like a lingering cough.
It just sits there,
dog. And I've been coughing and almost choking in my sleep for like 2.5 weeks now,
and
I'm still not even completely done with like coughing yet, and it's so annoying. I'm not sure what it is. I normally get sick around this time, and I'm gonna stop saying that, but I normally do get sick around this time of year with it changing from summer to winter and the weather changing. Ohio might be the most bipolar place where weather exists, because I mean, when you wake up in the morning to head out for your day, you got to dress for all seasons. You got to dress for winter, summer, spring.
You really do.
You know what I mean? And fall, because if you don't, it's gonna be winter in the morning. By lunchtime, it's gonna be summer. By the time it's time to go home, it's gonna be fall.
From like October to March. Man,
you don't know what the weather's gonna be.
It is crazy.
Unless it's just flat out snow. Like the next 2 days it's supposed to rain and it's gonna be like 50. That's like a spring day. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be warm a little bit. It's warm a little bit right now. But it was freezing this morning when I got up at 4 o'clock.
Compared to what it's been the past couple days.
Like, what is going on? So I don't know, man. My immune system is whack. I plan on doing some little, you know what I mean, some little fast to try to reset my immune system, because my junk is terrible. But other than that, I ain't been doing nothing but working as well, watching football. That's all that's been up with us, you know what I mean? We ain't gotta wait no longer. We can jump right into it. Like I said, we talking about some of the stuff that we was talking about in the last one, so you gotta go watch that one.
There has been some new shit to come out that I think is hilarious. Somebody going to jail.
Yeah, some updated stuff. So let's do it. We're gonna jump right into the topic of the day
One person in particular, that nigga going to jail.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna talk about his weird ass. All right, so first topic is gonna be the recap, I guess. We're gonna jump into it, and we're gonna talk about the recap of Joe Smith and his wifey, right? So again,
that shit is so
you gotta watch. You gotta watch. So Red said he has some new information, and I just have a different. I want to hear your opinion.
So before he does his opinion, just in retrospect to what may have helped her make this decision. So apparently,
should we recap?
No, fuck that. They can go watch the last episode. We ain't going through all that again.
Yeah, all right.
But apparently, there have been some infidelity issues on. From what I was reading, it's been on his part, not her part. It's been on his part, and then, like I said, some of those infidelities have, from what I was reading, look like it may have led to outside children, this, that, and the third. So, a little bit more there, and which is what helped her lead to the decision. Now, I still don't like the way she did it. I think everything about it was still fucked up, but I have a little bit more of an understanding on why she did what she did, and that's that. I have no idea what he's getting ready to say.
So she's saying that infidelity was okay. First of all, did you see?
She's not saying it. It's just shit I was reading that may have helped her. You know what the funny thing is? She actually, the only bad thing she really said about him, of the stuff that I have seen, when this first came out, she did an interview with somebody, I don't know if it was TMZ or who it was, when they had asked her how long had she had the page, and she said that she had it a year. And the guy doing the interview was like, "Well, how could you have it a year and not know?" And she brought up a very good point. She was like, "Well, that just shows you how much he pays attention to his wife." And I was kind of like, okay. I mean, I could also see it from the other side. You could be sneaking and doing shit when he ain't there, but when you're truly in touch with some shit, you notice. But yeah, I thought that was
okay. Did you see her interview on Tasha K?
No, because can you still get? Because I know through all her problems, like, you have to pay for some of her shit.
You got to pay for her show, but it was clips out. It was in the juicy part of the clip.
I saw the clip where she talked about Tupac.
Okay.
I saw another clip where she talked about there was some lesbian shit going on with some folks.
Jada.
Yeah.
And MC Light.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I saw one where she talked about
that's what about right. Yeah,
that's Diddy?
That little clip.
She talked about somebody else. I didn't see nothing to where, well, if there is a clip, I haven't seen it to where she talked about him. The ones that were making the internet the past week and a half, it was pretty much what she said.
Talked about Kid and Play too.
Yeah, because she said Tupac liked to do it up the ass all the time. Yeah, them was the other ones. She talked about Kid.
She was dating
Kid
and fuck Play.
She was and
she was mad because she should have messed with Play first. Is what she said.
Or was it the other way around?
Or the other way around. Even vice versa. One of them two things. She was dating one of them and having sex with the other one, and the other one was better in bed or whatever, I guess. So she was mad that she had chose who she chose or whatever. But yes, those are the clips that I'm talking about. All of that stuff. Yeah, so I did with that being said, why would she come out and say all of that stuff right now? That is completely irrelevant to why she is back in the headlines, why people even know who she is right now, and everything else. What would be her point in coming out saying all of that stuff? And Jada gonna see her on site for talking about Tupac. Because Jada swear that is her man.
I'm so.
But anyways,
I'm literally so. If I don't never have to say Jada Pinkett again,
dog, I can't. I'm just at this point with them, that situation. I'm just shocked that. I'm just shocked that they turned out to be this weird. You know what I mean? Like, as people we watched and loved.
I don't even know if it's so much them being weird or. You know what? I look at that whole situation. Here we go, doing our usual.
I know, we going off topic.
I look at that whole situation.
Because we wasn't supposed to be talking about these motherfuckers.
And I wanted to say he's just that understanding and that genuine of a good guy. And for the most part, I still think he is. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm sorry. Gotta say it. You are coming off as like simp of the motherfucking century. Like, at a certain point, their whole dynamic is just
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they got going on. Though.
I
Are they together? Are they not together?
Bro.
Is Will gay? Is he not gay?
I'm over the whole fucking thing.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm tired of them too as well.
Both of y'all have literally gotten on my fucking nerves.
Yeah, I'm tired of them as well.
And this is just where I'm at with it. I'm sorry.
But to get back on topic, what do you think her purpose of saying those things was? Talking about all of that stuff on Tasha K. Now, mind you, before she did that interview on Tasha K, she did an interview on TMZ crying or trying to look like she was crying because all of this was going down.
I think at this point.
Then she gets on Tasha K and starts spilling these beans.
I think at this point.
And remember how she was acting in the first video when she was acting like she didn't really care.
I think at this point, this is her just. She's hot right now. Good, albeit good, bad, in between, whatever. That's how this country is. You know, once something goes viral, you know, depending on what it is, you know, you can capitalize and you can earn from it. I mean, and right now, on certain platforms, like she's kind of the flavor of the month. And she might have some stories that she could tell be worth something to some people. Me personally, I don't give a fuck that you used to let Tupac fuck you up the ass.
Yeah, right.
The whole kid and play thing.
Nobody cares about it.
The whole kid and play thing because of how corny they appeared to be. I don't even think that's relevant. The only thing I found a little interesting, I just found funny, was the alleged Jada MC Light thing. I'm like, I wonder if there's really any truth to that.
Yeah.
Because there's been rumors about MC Light for years. She's been married, she's been engaged, like, kind of hard to say. Yeah. And I'm an MC Light fan.
Does it change anything for you?
Hell,
no. It don't change.
It's still rocking Paper Thin and Rough Neck and all that other shit she did.
Yeah,
I'm an MC Light.
And everybody she talked about is either deceased or really don't matter nowadays. That's why I was trying to see why do you think? So that was my point. I'm glad that you said all of that because my next question is, do you think that he is involved for this to be a rollout for them to get money since finances they're in a financial rut right now, clearly. Do you think all of this was a rollout? And they just going with it at this point?
Well, we don't know what he's doing because ain't nobody seen that motherfucker.
Well, she said he was at the sister's house or whatever the last time, or
he's
still a hotel or whatever.
He's feeling some type of way about it.
You think so? You don't think he was a part of this?
Obviously, if this nigga ain't in the house.
Well, check it. We don't know if he in the house.
I'm pretty sure that nigga's not in the house. I think that's the one thing she's telling the truth about. This motherfucker's not in the house.
Yeah, but look at Shorty though.
Sometimes that's just that typical. See, and this is my issue sometimes, and I can't just say women, men do it too. It's a thing of where you admit to something, you put it out there, then you want to be forgiven or you want them to get over it in your time and not theirs.
Yeah, everybody do that.
So
that's not subjective.
And I think when the one interview she did when she was crying and shit, I think that was genuinely real. I do also think that she feels, because of her past, it should be a little quicker for him to get over, which is unfair. You know, he chose to do what he did, you know, in spite of your past. Y'all been together this long, this, that, and the third. You do some behind the back shit like that, you need to let that motherfucker have his space and do what he gonna do. It's just that simple. And I do think she's telling the truth when she's whoever's sister's house he's at. That's probably where he's at. He need a minute. And this other thing, and then you also got to understand, this nigga ain't been in the limelight for a minute. What nobody thinking about Joe Smith? He got his job coaching them high school kids or whatever. And then the minute you do get brought back into the public light, it's not even because of nothing you did. It's some shit your wife did that the whole world has an opinion on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he probably want a minute. If anything, if I'm him, I'm mad. Don't tell people I'm at my sister's house. They might find my sister. Just say, all you had to say was, you know, I'm good. I'm not at home, and let's just leave it at that. I'm where I'm at.
Yeah, which is why I think it's a rollout, dog.
I don't. I think
and this is why I'm sorry that social media got me like this, But for her to have to record the first argument, you know what I mean? Like, again, she had to sit there and edit that and post it before anything.
And there is that as well. Because
you know what I mean? She had to edit that and post it and do all of that before she posted it.
All these fake skits that motherfuckers do now, sometimes it's hard to... It's hard to know what's real.
It's hard to know, right?
And
so check it. I'm going to just tell you from the patterns of how I've been following this story too. Not that I give a fuck about it like that, but just from the pattern. So she do the first joint, you know what I mean? Like, and she didn't look like she cared on that. That's why she, well, if you paid attention to your wife and blah, 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 like just basically telling him she wasn't wrong for it. Next thing we know, she's on TMZ. Squeezing out tears, talking about he left, he went to his sister's or the hotel, whatever. Number one, like you said, she shouldn't be disclosing where he's at. Number one, you know what I mean? Like, but the tears didn't look genuine to me. You know what I mean? It looked like she was just trying to make herself look like the victim for TMZ. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. You know why? Because the next time we seen her, she was on Mason Cameron's show giving Cameron a back rub on his show.
Hey, I saw that.
How are you hurt? You so hurt. You pushing out tears, and now you giving Cam a back rub?
I saw that. I thought that was hilarious.
Dog, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
And I'm wondering if she got paid for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I think I agree with you. I think on some shit, she's cashing it. You asked
I think it started off as a genuine problem, and they sat down and was like, "Well, maybe we can capitalize off it."
They sat down,
or
I don't
maybe
think
she's capitalizing.
That's where and that's what I said. She's doing whatever.
Maybe I don't know.
She's already proven.
Yeah,
she gonna do what she wants to anyway. Because you started this shit a year ago, and we didn't have a conversation. So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
she's capitalizing off of this, dog. Yeah. She's capitalizing off of it. I'm not sure if he's involved, but
I don't think he is.
You know, I mean, it's a rollout, man. It could be a rollout to get them out of financial trouble. This is what people resort to nowadays. Because after the Cameron show, the next thing was the Tasha K show, and that's when
she was on. She before Tasha K, she was on. She did what's old boy's name with his ignorant ass?
Oh, she did another one?
She did Adam 22 as well.
Oh, did she? See, I didn't even know about that.
He put a picture on his Twitter page of her sitting on base, like anytime he interviews somebody, like he'll do his little picture with either them sitting on the couch or standing up. Yeah. She went on his show too.
See, I didn't know that. So she's definitely capitalizing off of this. She's doing a little tour, a little sympathy tour, or whatever you want to call it. But that's why I said from jump, bro. That's why I said I wasn't messing with this, because her vibes from that very first video, her vibes was off, and I knew she had something up her sleeve. She had something up her sleeve because she didn't seem like she cared that she had been doing that for a year. She didn't seem like it was a real issue. She's you knew who I was before you met me, blah, blah, blah. She corny, though.
So let me tell you. So I think I said this last time. I will say it again. You know, I found, I ain't gonna say I found, I purposely went and looked for a couple of her movies just to see. And like, I can see probably why she wasn't a well-known porn star.
Trash.
I can't even call it trash. I don't know what she might felt like, this, that, and the third, but just looking at it, wasn't nothing exciting about looking at it. There wasn't nothing in me watching it that was like, yeah, I want to try that. Like, it just...
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
For a porn star, from the videos I saw, like the shit, it was vanilla as fuck. I mean, so...
That's about... Yeah.
So...
All right, well... Yeah, I think Shorty mad whack, and I think it might be a rollout.
And again,
it might be a rollout, man.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody cares for real.
Somebody is, because her dumb ass keep doing this shit, so somebody gives a fuck.
And people want to talk to her for whatever reason. People keep inviting her.
Right, so you can't even blame her. Like,
people want to talk to
motherfuckers is inviting her to talk about this dumb shit.
For real. All right. Moving on to the next one. This one might get a little serious, but we'll see.
Ooh, Joe.
I don't even really know what to say about it. I know everybody's been following the stuff that's going on with Diddy.
Diddy going to jail.
He got mad. He has a lot of stuff being charged against him for raping and.
I don't mean to laugh because it's not a joke. Diddy going to jail.
A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that he's being accused of. A lot of stuff coming out from stuff that he has been doing since way back in the day. There's some rape charges.
Some.
Yeah. There's some rape charges. There's some abuse charges. Messing with underage kids and all types of stuff. Like there's all types of allegations.
There's been rumors about this motherfucker for years.
Yeah, I think Cassie filed something on him. There has been rumors that's been going on for years about this issue. Now, the only reason I wanted to talk about this is because I wanted to bring it up from one point and one point only, because we can both sit here and agree that everything that he has been accused of or alleged of, we believe this, right? Just off of the history of what we've heard about Diddy.
So I'm a firm believer in this, and you can take this to mean whatever you want. I said the same thing, and I know I'm gonna take some flack. I said the same thing about Michael Jackson. Don't nobody say the same fucking thing about you for 20 years without there being some element of truth to it.
So you believe
might not be as bad as they say.
Yeah. But
all that other shit,
yeah.
But there's an element of truth to it.
Yeah.
Do I believe Mike fucked with some kids? Yeah. Might have not been them fucking kids from the HBO special. But like, is what it is.
So we believe that a lot of this shit is true.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it as bad as some of this shit is being alleged? I don't know. Is he a dirty motherfucker? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Only thing that I find interesting about this, I don't know if you watch like some of those podcasts, like, or stuff on YouTube, like Vlad and some of that other shit. Like his former bodyguard, Big Gene, if you watch any of his clips, he been talking shit about Diddy for years.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until somebody sued him that now people want to say something, which I do find that a little weird. Because, like I said, the former employer been talking shit about him for years. So I'm a little confused. Another thing I thought was confusing, because with Cassie, and I am not saying that Cassie, I'm not trying to downplay her victimhood or anything about that. I've always been the type of person, sometimes on certain shit, I just find timing kind of curious.
It's odd.
You're in it because she's married now, right?
Yeah.
And they have kids.
Kids.
Like, I'm not necessarily saying you shouldn't share your truth or own your truth. Why did it take so long for you to say this? Like, you've moved on.
The crazy part is, if you say that though, people are gonna say you're being insensitive. You know that.
They are. No, I'm not trying to be. I'm curious when
I know
people,
you're not trying to be either, because I'm with you.
I'm curious when people, and I get sometimes like, you let shit settle, you want to make sure shit is lined up a certain way, this, that, and the other. Maybe if you're going to accuse somebody of something, you want all your ducks to be in a row, or you're genuinely afraid because the person is that big and that important that you're going to look bad anyway. I mean, I like all that type of stuff factors in. I genuinely, if anything, it's for my own curiosity. I just genuinely wonder why sometimes, like case in point, the shit when Cosby went through his shit. Like with the exception of that one, and even that one the one that I think they took him to court for, even that one was over 10 years old. When they had all them chicks on Dateline or 2020, whatever the fuck that was, well, that shit was from the set. This was 40 and 50 years ago. Like, at a certain point.
Yeah, you sound mad and sensitive.
I'm just saying, I get it, but I'm just saying what some people thinking with some shit read. Like, at a certain point, like, if you can wait that long to not say anything, especially like, if you feel that you have told the people you need to tell, like, I just sometimes wonder what is the purpose of some stuff.
Okay,
and that's my only thing with the Cassie situation. You are married now. You got kids. You and your husband doing whatever. Like, what is the?
So I understand. Yeah,
I knew this was gonna happen because he settled too quick too.
Who did he?
Yeah. I knew as soon as he settled. I said, you watch about two. I was telling my boy at work. I said, but you watch about 2 or 3, 4 motherfuckers gonna come out.
Yeah.
He settled way too fast. And he kind of had to, because she didn't just sue him. If I read it right, she sued him and all his LLC shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about all that real quick. But
because then that also makes you wonder, like, was it a money grab?
Yeah, look.
Even though we don't know what she got.
The first thing about Cassie and waiting too long, the only reason I can sympathize with them a little bit is I kind of see it as the same thing as, like, me or somebody not dealing with, like, daddy issues. You know what I mean? Like, now, the only difference is you may not know that you have issues, period, whether it's daddy or mommy issues. You may not know, you know what I mean, that you have those until you get older, so you deal with them a little bit later when you get older. That's why you wait so long. You know what I mean? Or you're mature enough to know how to approach that situation as opposed to getting abused by somebody. Like, you know that happened. You should have spoke on that, you know what I mean, when it was happening. But at the time, maybe you thought you was in love with somebody, you didn't want to get them in trouble or whatever the case may be. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what causes people to wait 40 and 50 years, 20 years until they say something. But I do know, and I can say that you only know when you need closure or when you get closure about certain stuff. Oh, that's personal. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to differ from each person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe it takes these women or these, you know what I mean, these victims, men or women, maybe it takes them this long to come out and finally say something. Because even you can go back and look at clips with Diddy where he's making grown men feel uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean? He made Fabulous feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? He made Usher feel uncomfortable. He made he was making Jada kissing them feeling like all of them, like, just saying mad weird stuff to grown men. You know what I mean? Like, and because of the respect that they have for Diddy, they just try to play it off. But it's like, dog, you've had this creepy vibe going on for a long time. So even if you are innocent, it's gonna be hard to prove that, because we've been hearing stuff about you for years and years and years. Not only that you a dirty businessman, but you also a predator. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know too much about him being an abuser, but it fits with everything else that goes. You know what I mean? If he's physically abusing people, you know what I mean? Like, and I can kind of sympathize with, you know what I mean, people waiting so long, because maybe, you know what I mean, it just takes that long for you to be comfortable enough to want to deal with that or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I've never been in one of that situations, but maybe if it's the same thing like that, maybe that's why they wait. I don't know. But my whole problem with this is, we've been hearing stuff about Diddy being gay or molesting guy, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm laughing at the way you said it.
Usher tells the story about when he was 15 and he went to Diddy's house, you know what I mean? Like, and everything that was going on there. He didn't specifically say, but he was like, I seen some wild stuff, you know what I mean, when I was 15. Justin Bieber got the video out where he like, yo, what you want to do for the night? I'm not his legal guardian, so I can't do certain stuff with him, but Usher put me in his care, so what you want to do? And Justin Bieber like 14, And he like, well, let's just go get some girls, take the Lambo out. He like, man, why you want to go get girls, man? Like, Columbus Short just came out and said he called him when he was laying in the bed next to his wife after the BET Awards and told him to come to his suite. You know what I mean? Because it was just him sitting there in his boxers or something. You know what I mean? Like, he's been doing this stuff for a long time. And there has never been an outrage that Diddy has been this type of person until a woman said something. Right? So Cassie comes out. She says what she says. She's suing all of his LLCs and blah, blah, blah. Now all of the other women coming out. Now Diddy's in trouble. Now he has an issue. You know what I mean? But fuck what Usher was talking about when he was 15. Fuck what Justin Bieber was talking about and all of the other men. The problem I have with this is nobody has sat any of these men down and asked them how they feel about this. How's their mental health? How do y'all feel? Do y'all have more y'all want to say? You know what I mean? Nobody's checked on these men. Nobody's interviewed these men. Nobody has said anything to these men. They've overlooked everything. You know what I mean? Even the bodyguard. Not that he was involved with any of this stuff, but he know everything that was going on. Most of these bodyguards do. So when these guys come out and speak, it's like you gotta listen to them. Yeah. You gotta listen to them. Because why? What are they benefiting from it? You know what I mean? They probably didn't made their money. Especially if you've been a bodyguard for this person all your life. You know what I mean? This is my problem with it. And this is why I have this is the issue with people moving the goalposts when it comes to mental health and stuff. Like, it's a very, very thin line. Because they don't really care when it comes to guys, dog. Like, they don't care until it's too late. These guys have been saying this stuff for years at a time. Nobody had an issue with it. They were just like, oh, Diddy gay, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Still working with him, whatever the case may be going on. Cassie says what she says, sues all of his LLCs. Now, he has to get, there was one chick that was a part of Bad Boy, or somewhat close to them, that said, Diddy literally, because all of the insurance companies he has for his LLCs, all of them backed out on him. So now he has no liability insurance for nothing. He damn near has to give away everything. He already gave away Revolt. Yeah. He's got to give away everything. Bad Boy Entertainment, whatever he got to give all of that away, basically. It's the only way he survives this. He has to give it away. But why did it only happen when Cassie do it?
People like Cassie.
Why does it only happen when Cassie do it? And on top of that, if you want to keep it real, when Cassie was back with him, niggas was on her ass because they was saying that she embraced her white side more than she did her black side, or whatever side that whatever she is. They was saying that they don't even claim Cassie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now she comes out and says this. Now everybody on her team. It's corny, dog. Like, it's corny. It's corny. Nobody really gives a fuck about what's really going on. He can abuse as many men as he want to abuse. And he would have never gotten in trouble. You know why? Because he hasn't gotten in trouble all this time.
Well, the one that just, the latest one that just come out, I believe, is from a dude.
Which one? The latest allegation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cassie still started the uproar.
No, I'm not saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying the one that.
At this point, whatever comes after this is just going to be added on. You know what I mean? He's just going to get punished more for whoever comes out after this. And I'm sure that they will, because since he got to give up all of his shit, I'm sure that people are going to be looking for money grabs for sure. 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
And to back to what you were saying, the Cassie stuff could have been a money grab. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody really caring about Cassie.
That's what I said. I'm just wondering.
Ain't nobody really looking out for Cassie. Nobody is really checking out for her until now. You know what I mean? And she did what she did strategically. You know what I mean? It was in excuse me, it was in very, very weird timing, but she did what she did, and she's gonna get awarded for that. So yeah, at this point, whatever is added on to this, people just, I honestly believe people just looking for money. Even if you're not looking for money, it's gonna look like that because you had all of this time to come out and say something up until this point. You know what I mean? And you didn't. So anybody coming out after this time, it's just looking like you in it for clout anyways. All right. Anything else for Diddy? You done with Diddy?
Nah, yeah, Diddy.
You done with Diddy?
Diddy got his own problems he need to be worrying about right now.
All right, moving right along.
Diddy got his own
speeds.
Diddy got his own shit he need to deal with right now.
For sure. All right. Next one is going to be. Yeah, I've been seeing this one, so I wanted to talk about this. So, there's been videos going around basically of women coming on there saying, you know what I mean, ladies, I love you, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just letting you know that if we out and something happens, that my husband protection is only goes as far as me. He's not supposed to protect y'all. And I wanted to understand, like, I'm not understand, but I wanted to ask you how you felt about that. And if you was in that situation, what would you do? So basically, let's just say I'm married. We go out, you know what I mean? Like, it's me and let's just say a few of her friends. They might be single or whatever, but it's me and her, few of their friends. Something pop off and the ladies need my protection. My wife is like, you're only supposed to protect me. So long as you got me, everybody else fend for themselves.
I don't see. Okay. I've dealt with that type of situation on multiple levels. Most guys that I know, if they're going to protect a friend too.
Absolutely.
Because even if they don't like it, just because that's the girl's friend or the wife's friend, they're going to protect the friend too. Now, they might not. I've seen situations to where like they might not necessarily go as hard because that ain't their woman, but they're not gonna leave them in distress. I saw that video, and for her, like when she said that, I thought that was weird because you're literally saying like if you was out with your man and one of your tag-alongs was with you, and she get in some shit, if he's the only man there. You don't want him there. Like, that's just kind of shitty.
It sounds really bad.
But
is she wrong though? Is she absolutely wrong? I don't think that that's the thing. I don't think that she's wrong for saying it. It sounds bad. Overall, it sounds bad because it's like, well, if something go down, like he's only supposed to protect me. But as a natural instinct, like you said, most times the man is going to try to protect whoever is in the group or whatever the case may be. But Shorty not wrong for saying that.
I'm not.
I made a vow. She made vows to that man. Like they made vows. So if it's something dangerous, or something going out, she's his first priority.
No, I'm agreeing with that part. But she's also basically saying like, if something is happening to her, fuck her. I mean, I don't know how else you can take that.
I don't know.
That's basically what she's saying. If something's happening to that, fuck her. That ain't your job to worry about that.
Okay.
Now, if she has a male friend there, or her man is there, then okay, fine. You get off safe. But like, if it's literally the three of y'all, and Shorty getting fucked with, like, that's just. Okay.
Does she have okay?
I don't even understand the point of her. See, for her to say that, makes me think like there's a reason. There's a reason she's saying it. Maybe she was messing with somebody, and something happened, and maybe he fought a little too hard because he was banging her too. Like I don't know. Like that just. Like, the way she's saying it, I get what she means. But you're not going to make me believe as a woman, if he saw a woman truly in distress, that just because that ain't his woman, you don't want him to offer no type of help at all? Like, especially like if he's the only dude in the vicinity, and he knows that chick, he knows that chick's your friend.
Okay, it's got to be. It has to be depending on what it has to be.
Can I tell you my problem with this?
It has to be depending on what the issue is.
Hold on. Because I have an example. And this goes back to like that dumbass video. See, this is what I be saying. You can't have shit both ways. Like the dumbass video of the girl who made the shit when the dude took her out for her birthday and she invited like 8 friends and she expected him
to pay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm supposed to buy your friends dinner, but if they get fucked when I ain't supposed, like what type of, like do you realize how ignorant that you can't have it both ways? The birthday bitch was wrong, and to a degree, so is this one. I think that's a bad message to send to other women, because here's the thing. If she has any real female friends, they already know I can never go out with you and him, at least not by myself.
Correct.
Because you're already telling him if something happens,
all right,
don't give me no type of backup whatsoever.
Okay, look, real quick for the birthday thing, I gotta wait for them to stop asking that too. For every time somebody tell you that they should pay for their friend, I'd have been like, I'll pay for them, but do I get to sleep with all of them? Simple as that. Like you want to be.
Why you always want to go?
Hey, listen.
Why do you always have to?
Because if you want to be petty, I can be petty too. I'm not responsible for them chicks. I'm not responsible. I plan on paying for your dinner. You know what I mean? So you feel good at the end of the night, and I'm going to be sleeping with you. I'm not about to go home $1,000 broke, and I'm only sleeping with one person, and they out doing whatever they doing. Red. I'm not doing that.
No, I get what you're saying.
So it's not even a point that I want to sleep with them. If you have the audacity to ask me if I'm paying for 8 of your friends, I have the audacity to ask you, can I sleep with all of them? That night too. Simple as that. If they once they start asking that question, and you can answer that, that'll kill all of that. You know what I mean? Like, because for real, your girl not gonna put you in that situation, knowing your financial situation. She's not going to do that. If you have the money to pay for everybody, that's going to be established before we go out. You and I both know that. You ain't got to bring nothing. You can come order whatever you want. It's all paid for. We good. You will know that. You're not showing up thinking you're not paying for nothing, and you ain't got no confirmation that you're not paying for nothing. In that case, I got the bread. I'll pay this tab, but I'm banging all of y'all tonight. One by one. One by one. And because you had that audacity to ask me, you're going to get it last. You're going to get the sloppy seconds for that. You know what I mean? Like,
this nigga said the sloppy.
Yeah, it is what it is. But that's a way to stop that. Now, back to this chick. Saying this about her husband. Again, what I'm saying is you have to think about it like it depends on what's happening and what the severity of the protection needed is. You know what I mean? Because let's just say, for instance, we go out, me and my wife go out, we got her best friend. Her best friend is single, but she got a toxic ex-boyfriend, right? We go to the club, you know what I mean? Like, she see him, he start roughing her up, I step in. Mm-hmm. Tell homie to chill out, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't worth it, blah, blah, blah. We get into a fight. I beat his ass, he beat my ass, whatever happened. First of all, if I get my ass beat, my wife gonna be mad. Because I got my ass beat up for some other chick that ain't really, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't my wife. So she's gonna feel a way about that. That's number one. Number two, what if I beat him up and she still go back to him?
Dude, nigga, what? Come on, man.
Then what?
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like, then what? In that case, my wife has every reason to be like, if something's going on, dog, he like, I know she gonna go back to him, so I'm not about to let him do that. I'm not about to let him. Now, reverse that and say she see this dude and she's honestly, truly trying to get away from him, and he just like stalking her or something, and I'm there and I can help. I don't think that my wife would have an issue with that. But depending on the circumstances and depending on what the issue is going on to where the protection is needed, I think that's what she meant as far as he's only supposed to protect me. Because if I'm being completely honest, in a life or death situation, I'm sorry, but I'm protecting my wife before I protect her sister, before I protect her friend. her god sister, her cousin. I'm protecting my wife in a life or death. We at the club, somebody starts shooting. I'm only worried about getting my wife out. Now, I'm going to have on my brain, damn, I hope everybody make it out. And if I can help somebody on the way out, I'll do that. But first priority, me and Shorty got to get out of there. You know what I mean? Like, we could have kids. It could just be risky. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to risk my wife for nobody. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
That just seems, the whole thing just seems weird.
It seems crazy. It absolutely seems crazy. But if I can step in and it's going to be like something to just step in real quick, like, yeah, I don't think she'll have an issue with that. Life or death, my wife is the only person I care about. I'm sorry. We'll see. Yeah, all right. So that's that. Moving on to the next one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Moving on to the next topic. This one was one that I just wanted to ask. This was one actually that I've been wanting to talk about for a little while, but I want you to explain to me, Red, like what is your level of crazy that you're willing to accept when it comes to love? Or when it comes to a woman, not even love. Like, because this is gonna, they already call us the Bash Brothers, and this is gonna sound really, really bad.
You just want to bash some more. Okay.
But I feel like all women have a little bit of crazy in them. That's just how I feel. I haven't been proven wrong yet. You know what I mean? Just like trying to analyze the decision making of some women and the choices, the acting out of emotions, you know what I mean? The not thinking about stuff before you do it. You know, like all of this stuff together just has me be like, it's impossible for us to understand them. So at some point in our lives, in order to be happy in life, you have to be willing to accept some type of crazy because all of them have it a little bit. So when it comes to that dating or whatever, like what would you say that your level of crazy is? Like what's the extent that you're willing to I guess overlook or deal with? Some crazy might even make you happy if you think about it though.
Yeah, so
I just found something out about me that I didn't know that
just like the TikTok I posted today, in terms of peace, where I'm at on certain shit, I don't have a whole lot of room.
So let's just say this. On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the, I guess would say the most crazy.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, with 10 being the most crazy, like that's like busting windows, slashing tires, hiding under beds, like breaking into houses. That's like the extreme of crazy that 10 would be. So on a scale from like 1 to 10, what would be the level of crazy that you would be willing to put up with?
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice and probably say like a 2. Cause
just a 2?
I don't.
Oh no, you about to be.
I don't.
What is a 2? What is a 2?
I don't know, but I tell you what, I don't have it, bro. I'm sorry. Where I'm at now, you know what? I'll be nice and say maybe a 3. It's like I ain't going no higher than 4. I'm gonna say probably a 3, bro. I don't have time for some shit anymore.
Okay,
Man.
at your age.
Where I'm at now.
Yeah. Okay. So at your age and your level of playing field, right? Is it hard? Is it hard to find a woman that isn't around that level of 4?
No.
It's not hard.
No, because here's the issue. And it goes both ways for men and women. You cannot ignore the red flags. There's some shit you just ain't gonna deal with, no matter how much you like it. Like one thing for me, I don't. Like if you one of them disrespectful chicks, regardless whether it's a sign of insecurity or some people just want to try to say because they independent and they used to doing everything for themselves, so they talk the way they talk, don't take it personally. Like, and my whole attitude is like, there's a way you can convey yourself and get across. You can be as blunt as you want without talking to somebody like they something on the bottom of your shoe.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So like, if I meet people, like if I see your mouth a certain way, and I already know it's like, I'm only gonna be able to deal with that so much. So it's kind of like
you're just not willing to put up with that.
Because why
would you? Yeah.
If you know,
yeah,
that in the like some short term shit is different. If you know in the long run that is going to be a consistent problem and one that you are not going to be able to deal with, just like okay, and I'm not trying to be a shit star. Just like case in point, your view, I ain't even gonna say porn stars, people who do sex work, period. You go out here this week, you can meet the girl of your dreams.
Yeah.
Because you know she used to do that. That's 3 strikes for you. You're done.
Right.
Jesus himself could say, that is the best you ever gonna get right there.
Well, if he say that, I'm not.
And you being you, I still think you'd be like, I'm gonna take my chances. And
I might question it.
Yeah, I still don't think you would do it. But the point is, somebody like that, you already know. You ain't gonna be able to get over it. Or even get over it, you just don't want to deal with the stigma of it, or whatever. That's a part of their past you don't want to know about, don't want to fuck with. And because you ain't gonna be able to let it go, you already know. Yeah, ain't no point in us fucking around. It's the same thing. If you know something is truly gonna fuck with you to the core, why deal with it?
Yeah.
You cannot ignore, and this is where a lot of motherfuckers, both men and women, mess up. Them red flags be there.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, we choose to ignore them. We think they can change them. They're going to change on their own. All these other motherfucking reasons. Whatever. Doesn't matter. And the sad thing is, when you do that, here's the thing. The only person you fucking over is yourself. You saw everything you needed to see and chose to deal with it anyway. And then want to be mad at them and treat them like shit. No, be mad at your damn self. It was there, in front of you, before anything got deep, before y'all really got to know each other. Hell, before y'all fucked anything, it was there.
Absolutely.
You chose to roll anyway. It's just like when when you deal with somebody who thoroughly disrespects you. You get mad and frustrated and all this other shit and want to blame them. No, don't blame them. The problem is you. They have already showed you their true colors. And you didn't took it this second time, this third time, this fourth time, this fifth time. You keep taking it. They not the problem. No, they're really not.
Yeah,
I get the way I'm saying it. It sounds funny, but no, they ain't the problem. Wake the fuck up. The problem is you. You either afraid to hurt their feelings back, you're too insecure, whatever it is. But the problem is you. Because you have allowed such behavior to go on unscathed and not tried to check it, not tried to do anything about it, not tried to establish any type of boundaries whatsoever. You won't be mad at them. No, motherfucker, the problem is you. So and shit like that, yeah. If I already know where my level is, and I see that you're way beyond that, yeah, I don't need. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
That's fair. That's why I asked. I just
Now,
get you.
be all the way honest now. Like I said, and then now as a caveat, I'll put this out there. It's gonna make me look hypocritical, which is fine. I don't care. Depending on what you're looking for, you might be willing to tolerate a certain level of shit because of what you're getting out of it. Like basically, if I meet somebody and I'm just on some fuck shit, and in my mind, like it's already made up, this ain't gonna go nowhere. We're gonna fool around for a minute and be done. I might be willing to go above my 4 just because of what I'm getting. I might be willing to compromise myself just because of what I'm getting. Because in my mind, there's already a cutoff date. We'll do this for a minute, then it's gonna be done. But on some real shit, no. This is where it stops. Once you go above this, and once you show me that you like, and I'm the type, I'll talk to you about it. But if you choose to stay at this or above, yes, this lets me know we need to we're good. Because it'll be the same scenario played out time and time again. You have the talk. Things get okay for a minute. Eventually, because something goes on so long, it's gonna get back. It's gonna get back. That's why when you see people do that whole, see motherfuckers do that whole make up and break up 8, 9, 10, 11 times. Both of y'all grow the fuck up. I hate that shit. Like somebody needs to be. It's evident y'all don't want this to work. Or else there wouldn't be.
Sometimes it takes that long, though.
Nah, you know what that is? You know what that is to me, honestly?
What?
When you're doing shit like that, it's a couple of things. For one, don't neither one of you really know what the fuck you want. 2, neither one of you have no true self-respect for yourself. 3rd, for whatever reason, you think you don't deserve any better. And the last one is the worst one. You're just content.
All could be true.
Ain't no could be.
Could be.
Okay, all right.
It could be. I don't know why people make up.
You might get an outlier every once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
We might know one. I'm not as convinced as you, but okay. That's one out of like maybe 1,000. Because eventually somebody gonna get tired. Might be when you're 30, might be when you're 50, hell, might be when you're 70. But eventually you're gonna get tired. I don't care who you are.
Only you know when you're tired.
True. But again, that also goes back to recognizing some shit. When you keep habitually repeating the same pattern, somebody has to grow the fuck up and make a move.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I ain't saying it's not gonna hurt. I ain't saying it ain't gonna be painful. I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna want to sit around the house listening to side A in the dark trying to get your mind back right. You're gonna have to go through some shit. But you can't be scared to move on. Don't stay stuck in something just because you're literally scared to be alone or be by yourself.
Well, being scared will keep somebody somewhere.
I ain't talking about that type of scare. I'm not talking about like a physical scare.
No, I'm saying like even with scared to move on. That'll keep somebody thinking.
It will, but you also have to look at, and like I said, that's why I said, you fall into the thing that you just content. You good. A lot of motherfuckers, I don't care how much you love somebody. At a certain point, when when the happiness and everything ain't mutual, and everything becomes one-sided, you have to step back and look in the mirror. And stop with this bullshit doing it for the kid now, because you ain't doing nothing but fucking over the kids, because you showing them false hope. You making them think this is what a relationship, this is what this shit's supposed to look like. You're not being real with them.
Does that change in marriage?
I'm sorry, ask the question again.
Does that change in marriage as far as like the making up and breaking up? Because that could be a thing too.
I don't know if it changes in marriage, but because it's marriage, it might take a little longer. You know, because when you're married, if you choose to go that far, there is a certain level of work that you should put in. But even with that, at the same point, even still, if that's they have it in there, irreconcilable differences, whatever else but once it gets to a certain point, what the fuck we doing?
It is what it is.
So stop ignoring the red flags, man.
Okay, well, my behalf.
You got me on the tangent. I forgot what the fuck the question was.
It was the I was asking,
the level of crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you didn't get off. You didn't go on a tangent. You was on point. So I don't really have like a specific. I don't have a specific like. It's like. I don't have specific.
Nah, you got to, because you kind of a mellow cat.
Look,
I would imagine yours is around mine. Truth be told,
and it's not though. That's the thing.
What is yours?
So I would say, and y'all gonna say that I just be going on.
I'm about to say it for y'all. As soon as he stop pussyfooting and come out and say it. What is it, Nick?
It's gonna be. Mine's is gonna have to be around like a 6. Mine's is gonna have to be around like a 6, and the reason I say that is I feel like that is almost like the perfect balance of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, because to me, that's the crazy that, okay, so like I was saying before, I don't think that we are put on this earth to understand women, you know what I mean? But at some point in time, I think that you do meet somebody where the craziness is understandable because of how they feel about you. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, you know what I mean? Like, and you can honestly tell, you can feel it in your bones, you feel it in your stomach. Just like you saying, when people show you who they really are, the red flags, it's the same thing when people show you they are with the good too. You know what I mean? Like, some people solid, some people know how to mask that really well. But after so long, like you saying, after so long of the good trend of whether it's crazy good, crazy whatever, bad, whatever, after so long, it's like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, this is who this person is, depending on how they are. So I say that 6 is like the crazy balance, because I even go all the way back to like the reason I don't think we supposed to because if I'm being completely honest, it's not that we don't understand women, but I honestly don't understand love for real like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it is. I know how I feel when I'm expressing that, you know what I mean, or whatever, but I don't really understand what love is completely. But the one thing I will say is I understand the nature of it. Like, I understand what's supposed to happen with it. You know what I mean? And I go back all the way back to, if you want to go biblical, when they say, you know what I mean, God gave his only begotten son because he loved us. You know what I mean? If I'm thinking about that situation in itself, I'm not sacrificing my kid for none of you niggas on this earth. I'm not doing it. I don't care I'm not giving my kid up for none of you niggas on this earth. And I mean that with all due respect. I love everybody to death, but I'm not sacrificing my kid for nobody. I'm not doing it. And if he was able to do that, he's supposed to be our creator. This is just what I believe. You know what I mean? He was able to do that. He made us who we are. He made us to be down here with people and all of this other stuff. There is people that come in your life, dog, that is that type of crazy for you. You just have to understand and see it. And that's why I say that 6, like that 5-6 level is like perfect balance, because they may do some stuff that you want to sit back and think about, and you look at it and you be like, yo, why would you do this? You know what I mean? Like, this is not doing anything but tainting us. But at the same time, it's like, well, I did it from a reaction from something that you did. You know what I mean? And whether you knew that you were doing it in this facet or not is not up to me. this is just what happened because I know you as a person. This is what I expect out of you as a person. And because you move this way, this is why I reacted like this. Now, to sit down and think about that, you know what I mean? It takes a lot to think about that. And it may come a year later. It may come a few months later. You know what I mean? It may come a day or two later. When you sit down and finally realize, like, yo, as crazy as that was, they really did that shit because they fucking love me. Like, they really willing to do this to figure out this. And it's so harmless, but it's harmful at the same time. Like, they did it harmlessly because they just want to get answers to a certain situation, and they not getting the answers that they want or need from us. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's probably going to do some damage to the friendship or the relationship, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, and when you can sit down and you can find somebody or in friendships, relationships, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. When you can find people like that, I think that's when you start to really gain real relationships. You know what I mean? You start to gain real friendships. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the case may be, you just start to gain that's how you decipher how people are real. That's what I'm saying though. Like, that type of stuff. See, now, if you heard something else, like,
I still think you're giving yourself too much credit to say it's 6.
6?
Yeah.
That's too high?
I think so for you.
I don't think so.
Man, because I've seen you walk away from plenty of shit.
But that's the thing.
And I've seen how you handle certain things. And I would think with something as delicate as a relationship.
It's 6, bro. It's a 6. I'm telling you right now. It's a 6.
I can't see.
I'm telling you, it's between I'll give it a 5.5. I'll give it a 5.5.
I give you 5.
But nothing lower than 5.
I can't go over 5.
Nothing lower than 5.
I can't give you.
But let me tell you why though. Because I've been working on myself. Just like you was talking about. That's why I was happy that you went first. Because you're saying everything that I was gonna say. It's just about my peace. I've been working on my peace and my mental for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, and once you get to a certain place, Red,
exactly,
there is no
just
compromising your peace for anything. You're not gonna put yourself in a situation where your peace is gonna be compromised once you get to a certain level of that. That's why I'm able to walk away from certain stuff. I probably can handle a 6 of crazy now. When 6 years ago or 5 years ago, nah, it's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. But now
I can't do it, bro.
I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm okay with it if it's a genuine crazy.
I cannot do it.
If it's a genuine crazy. Because that, I mean, in the midst of all of it, there's love in there for real.
I can't do it, bro.
It's love, and to just think about that, yo, like, to just think about that in your spare time, like, love and how crazy love really is, and some of the stuff that people do for love, and when they say they in love, all of this stuff is wild as hell.
Can't do it.
It's wild. It's wild, man.
Used to be able to. Can't do it. And it wasn't even so. And you know what? You know what? The other thing too, other than my age too, and maybe yours is also different too. See, because you ain't got no kids.
Mm-mm.
Kids will change that shit up real quick. They will. Kids will switch that shit up fast.
What does kids have to do with it? Why does kids change?
Because right now, any fuck up you do is primarily on you. There's nobody else about. You don't even have Troy no more. You can't hurt Troy.
R.I.P.
Any fuck up you do is on you. You might disappoint people like me, Hop, your mom, your brother. Like, might be some people disappointed, but the soul ramifications, it's all right here.
Mm-hmm.
You get a kid.
Stop touching me, bro.
You get a kid. You had a kid.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. You're right.
Because you want to control especially if you have a daughter. You want to control. You got a daughter. You want to control what they see and how you act. With your son, you want him to see how not to act. So like it trust me, it does change. Once the whole you know, when they all cute, when the baby phase, you know, when the baby phase is over and everything, and they start really copying what you do, this, that, and that. No, it does. It changes shit. Because, you know, you have a son, you wouldn't, and if you're dealing with a woman who's like a female Ike Turner or some shit like that, you don't want your son bringing home no chick like that.
Word.
Or thinking that shit's normal, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Just for sake of the discussion, if you was a Ike Turner, you don't necessarily want your daughter getting her ass beat.
That's a fact.
Or thinking that's like, so yeah, that does change, trust me. That does change things. Because if you and that person really strong like that, that person gonna be around your kid.
Yeah.
So even if your crazy is a 6, you might want that chick's crazy to be down 2 or 3. They gonna see that shit. Because I ain't gonna lie, I've oh, this is gonna sound so bad. I've dated some women, and like, I see how they act, and then like, I'll meet the family and see the environment they came up in, and then I'll be like, okay, it makes sense now. This is normal for you, and that's fine. I can't judge what puts you in the conditions that you're in. But I can say for myself, I don't want to adapt to this type of shit. Let me just go back over here. let me just go back over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the kid factor is true, bro.
Yeah, that's possible. I didn't even think about the kid factor.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. All right. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
You'll see though.
I'm okay with a little bit of crazy.
I'm okay with a very small amount. Very small. And I guarantee by the time I hit 50, that very small is probably going to be down to like 1. Yeah, maybe 0.5. Can you be 0.5? Oh, yeah. I might be down to 0.5.
Yeah, that's better than 0.
I might be down to 0.5. Yeah, about another 5 years, I might be down.